Hi everybody, it's Natalie Flowers from Wild Within Reach, and today we are going to learn about leaves and do some leaf rubbings. So I'm outside and I'm going to go ahead and collect some leaves. So I'm just kind of walking around my neighborhood and here we go. Okay, so I collected a bunch of leaves here and I'm going to go and get back inside and get my supplies ready to do our leaf rubbings. Hi guys, we're back. I have my leaves. I'm back inside. It got a little windy out there, so this would be hard to do outside in that wind. But inside it's a little more quiet and we are going to get started. So I have a couple supplies that you might need. You're going to need the paper plate here. And you are going to need your nature items or your leaves, and then some white paper and some crayons. Now, I have a lot of crayons in here, but you guys can choose whatever color you want. I think I'm going to go for some fall colors because it is the season of fall and autumn, and so I'm going to kind of go through here and show you how to do it. So I like to use paper plate. You can just use a flat surface as well, but the paper plate sometimes is really helpful in case you get crayons outside of it. So first we're going to look at this oak leaf here. This is actually a little branch that I got. And the oak leaf has actually opposites. So if you guys can see here, see how the leaves are kind of opposite each other? And this one here is at the top, and there's a little bud there coming out. And this oak leaf is a little tattered because it's been on the tree for quite some time, and sometimes the oaks are one of the last ones to lose their leaves, especially this tree. This tree almost had all of its leaves on it, and they are now brown. They were green and then they kind of switched to like a yellowy orange, and now they're brown. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one off. I'm going to put it right here on my plate. Take my piece of paper. And this one, I want to actually go and I'm going to make it green because I want to remember how pretty it was in the spring when they first came out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use my crayon here. If you see, the crayon, it's going to zoom in there. There we go, a little bit. I'm going to use the tip of it, which is this part here. And that part, we're going to actually just rub it back and forth. And it's going to make the pattern of the leaf. If you push too hard, it may just look like scratches. So practice going back and forth lightly, and then go a little bit harder as you get the hang of it. Do you guys start to see it? I start to see it. So what we're trying to get here is looking at the stem of the leaf, the veins of the leaf. Sometimes you have to kind of hold it with your hand as well. Leaves are really, really cool, and they help the tree breathe. Did you know trees breathe? And they actually help us a lot too, because without trees, we actually wouldn't be able to be alive, because trees produce photosynthesis, which means that they take carbon dioxide from the air, and then they actually, through these leaves, they actually do the process of photosynthesis, and they give off oxygen. And guess what we need to survive? You're right, we need oxygen. So without trees and plants, we humans wouldn't be alive. Actually, nothing would really be alive that breathes oxygen. Okay, so there's my first oak tree, or oak leaf. Now, it didn't turn out exactly like I wanted it to because it is a little tattered. So I'm going to try and find a better leaf that's not so tattered. Let's see here. I was going to do my cottonwood, but my cottonwood is so big. This one's just a huge cottonwood leaf, so I think I'm going to try and find a different one. If I can find another cottonwood. I bet I have another cottonwood in here. Oh, you know what? I found a fun one. We're going to do this honey locust. So this honey locust, actually this whole part of this plant is called the leaf. And these little pieces here are called leaflets. Isn't that kind of a fun name? And so the leaflets are actually part of the entire leaf. Now some of the leaflets fell off. It usually has leaflets all down here. And these are really cool trees because they also have seed pods. And the seed pods grow and kind of twist it down. And I can maybe do a seed pod. I'll make a leaf rubbing maybe of a seed pod later. Okay, so I still have a little room on this paper, so I'm going to do this one on this side. Again, I'm going to put this down here, and I'm going to choose a different color of crayon. Let's do some orange. We're going to put my paper right on top. And again, you kind of want to hold it down. Sometimes you may need a little bit of help, and that's okay. Maybe a parent or a friend can help hold it down for you. And again, I'm going to use that edge of this crayon. I'm not going to go like this and point it down. I'm just going to use the edge of it and rub back and forth. And you can go nice and slow, or you can go faster. Oh, and this one's coming out really nice. Just make sure you try to remember where your leaves were, or your leaflets from your leaf. And then you go over the whole thing, stem and all. There we go. So that one there, you can see all the little leaflets that were on that leaf and all the veins. It's pretty fun. Okay, I'm going to do a few others here, and you can watch how they turn out. Hi guys! As you saw before, I did a few little leaf rubbings. I did one for a maple leaf like this, and then I did another leaf here, and then I even tried to do some with some grass, and it didn't turn out very well. That was this blue one here. And that's okay. So when you try new things, sometimes you mess up. And guess what? It's still a really cool nature item that you found. So good job in trying. Now I'm going to do one or two more. This one here is actually a really cool plant. It's a tree. It's a Colorado blue spruce. And this does not actually lose its leaves. And I know I said leaves, and these to some people aren't really leaves, but for this tree, these needles here are actually its leaves. They are what does photosynthesis for the tree. And so this blue spruce is going to stay like this all year round. Well, if it was on the tree. And it would stay this beautiful kind of bluish green color. And it actually has pine cones on it. And even in the wintertime, when all the leaves have fallen down from the deciduous trees, this one will stay on because it's called a coniferous tree. It means it's a conifer. And conifers, like I said, have cones, and they also have these little needles, which are their leaves. So we're going to do a leaf rubbing of this one real quick. Do our last leaf rubbing. I'm going to choose blue because it's a blue spruce. We're going to see how well this one I have to kind of smash down a little bit. And it may not turn out as well as I'm hoping. Kind of like the grass. We'll have to see. Oh, it did a little bit on the top there. Okay, so again, this one, because it's kind of 3D more and it's more poofy, did not turn out quite as well, but you can see a little bit there of the needles. And that's pretty cool because I have this to keep forever now. And so even if this dries up and I need to throw it away, this one I can keep forever. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me for leaf rubbings. And feel free to do your own leaf rubbings at home. And if you want to share any of those pictures or any of those videos of you doing it, make sure you share those below. If you want to see more of these awesome fun videos from Wild Within Reach, please subscribe and like our channel. And then you guys can go ahead and get a new video, hopefully every Friday. Okay, talk to you later. Thanks, guys.